Flexcast, we are back with our next guest, man. And y'all know we talk to movers, we talk to shakers, we talk to tastemakers. This brother here fits that description at every angle. And I want him to introduce himself, tell the people what he does, and we'll get right into it. Please, man.
Hey, what's good, y'all? I'm CP Looney, born and raised in Austin, Texas. I'm a hip hop artist. Well, just an artist, period. I don't like to box myself in, you know.
Hey,
And
everybody clap it up for CP Looney, man. He's here, and I've known Looney for a while, man. You're coming here right now. The thing that you're doing is you're releasing Rich Intuition. This is your newest, most, I would say, complete body of work. Most recently?
yeah.
Talk just a little bit about that title, man, because Rich Intuition is a heavy title. That's not light stuff. That's
Yeah.
not bubblegum rap. That's real, that's real deal. And so I want you to talk about the title and the inspiration behind why you named it that.
Honestly, I've been going through a little journey, like personally. I'm just becoming a better version of myself, spiritually, mentally, physically. So with Rich Intuition, it's just saying like before that bad come as far as material things, you got to get yourself right. Your intuition, spiritually, like inside, you got to become rich, with your mindset before it shows in the material world.
Absolutely.
So it's just all about, it's the mindset thing and just bettering myself, expanding my awareness to life and the things I can get better on musically and just, personally. And with this project and the reason why I named it Rich Intuition is because it's just more of me showing my personal side of my growth throughout the things I've been through these past couple years, and just my mindset switch, how I'm going about things in my life. So it's not really about money per se. It's just kind of play on words, but just being rich inside and knowing that it's gonna project on the outside.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And projection is something, I love that word project
Yeah.
because I look at this track list on this EP, and the first song that I heard, and I think that a lot of people heard, was Starseed, because
Yeah.
you get a visual for that.
Yeah.
And you just watch it, and you're like, damn, Looney is a star, man. Like,
Appreciate
he
it.
just projects and exudes, like, star energy, star
Yeah.
power. You seem very focused.
Yeah.
I like the direction that your music is going, man.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate it.
And you performed at South by Southwest
Yeah.
recently. Okay, talk a little bit about that experience and what that does for an artist, especially you being from Austin.
It was pretty cool. Definitely, it gets you more exposure as an artist. It gets you it's like practice.
Yeah.
So
100%.
being in front of 2,000 plus people, controlling the crowd, just learning things, because as an artist, we all want to get to that stage to where it's like you're not performing in just in front of 20, 30 people. You got a crowd
Yeah.
and things like that. So it was just for me, it was a level up because that was the biggest stage. I performed on that stage before, but I performed with other artists. I was a guest artist of Riders Against the Storm
Okay.
when they threw a show there. So this was my first time performing at Stubbs at a historical place and having my own set. So it was cool just to see that level up and seeing my manifestations come into fruition, because I've always dreamed, since I started making, or even before I started making music, I just always was a big on visualizing things like that. And then so when I started making music, I just always visualized myself on big stages, ACL,
Of course.
South by Southwest, Grammys. Like
Yeah.
I visualize like the things I want to do in life, and just to see it come into it manifesting. It's a beautiful thing, and it just keeps me humble and keeps me focused on the goal and to keep going, because I know that if I set my mind, anything I set my mind to, I could do it, and nobody can stop me. So it's just confirmation that you're on the right track, and it's like, God, like, I see what you're doing, and just keep going. So that's how I look at it. It's just, it gets me practice. Of course, it expands my brand. It gets me more noticed, and bigger things to come from that.
And you fit the expansion. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to know that
Thank
you're melodic,
Yeah.
you're lyrical, your music is catchy. You rap on production that's not, it doesn't fit in a box. Your
Yeah.
production goes everywhere.
Yeah.
So you fit that expansion, and I want you to know that. I think when I listen to Looney's music, I'm like, I could easily picture hearing this on the radio, seeing it
I
on a
appreciate it.
commercial. Like, it looks polished, man.
Yeah, I appreciate
That's
it.
why we wanted to have you on here. Uh, at the end of the year, we like to reflect a lot. How are you feeling about 23, and what are you excited about for 24? I know that as artists, we look at the next year like a whole fresh chapter.
Just keep
what's it looking like for you?
keep expanding. Like I said, building my awareness more, learning more. I love knowledge. I love learning. So spiritually, mentally, physically, just keep going that route because ultimately that brings more ideas into the music. I don't just write music just to write music and rhyme. I like to put like real life stories in it because at first it was kind of that getting into it, not really knowing, but then it's kind of like I woke up to awareness to where like nah, this is my purpose. And then people, the things I'm saying on records, people hitting me up like nah, bro, I was suicidal and I listened to your music and it helped me, or I was going through this and this certain song uplifted me, so it kind of clicked like, oh, this is bigger than me. Like I thought I was just doing this on this is rap hobby, but it's bigger than me, and I'm fulfilling a purpose that's I'm here to do. So I started taking it more serious, and in order for me to be able to speak my truth and help somebody else, I gotta be helping myself first.
Absolutely.
So it's just growth within myself, and it's gonna project out into the music and ultimately change somebody or change the world. But yeah, it's just bigger than me. So I'm taking on that challenge of just being able to speak to people that maybe don't have a voice, and just show my story to let them know like, hey, you ain't the only one that might be going through this certain situation.
I've been there.
And
I've been there too.
yeah, you ain't the only one, because a lot of times when we go through things and we look at other people's life, especially on social media, everybody's only showing the good things. So when you're going through things, in your perception, it's like I'm the only one going through this. Everybody else is living a good life, and I'm going through this. And it's like, nah, that's it's not that people capping, but it's just people don't want to show what they going through all the time. So I'm gonna be that vulnerable person. Like, hey, hey, everybody go through things. I go through things, and I'm shedding light on it. So maybe it can help you in the future or whatever you're going through right now. So it's bigger than me at the end of the day.
Absolutely. Are we getting any more visuals from Rich Intuition next year?
Yeah, bro.
Can we get a Guitar Hero visual? That was one of
that
was one of my favorite songs because, bro, I can't get Guitar Hero was my shit, man.
Definitely.
I really liked Guitar Hero.
Definitely, bro.
Did you have a favorite song on Rich Intuition? Or I know it's like picking a kid.
Yeah, it's honestly Starseed, just because. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Just speaking of my spiritual journey, I was. I mean, I'm still going through it, whatever. But I was meditating and I took some shrooms or whatever. I just wanted to just expand, and I was sitting in my room and I was meditating, bro. And I kid you not, like Starseed is one of them songs that I don't feel like I created. I feel like I channeled it from something bigger than myself in the spiritual realm. So it's not that song just came to me like it flowed. Like I didn't write it. I didn't think of it. I was just in my room and it just, what I'm saying? So that was like, it was a different experience for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a different way of creating music. So
for sure.
That's one of my favorite songs on a more personal level.
I like Starseed too, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Well, tell people where they can find you on Instagram.
Instagram, CP Looney IG, Facebook, CP Looney. I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So, Apple Music, Spotify. Mostly on Instagram, I'm being more on there than like Facebook and stuff, because Facebook is more like personal, family and stuff like that. But I'm transitioning into more professionalism and stuff like that. So I prefer Instagram. I haven't really got on Twitter like that. I have a Twitter, but I just ain't really got into it like that. But I'm gonna get into it more because I know
Instagram is the one people engage with the most.
Yeah.
You can. So we'll make sure we drop your link, man. I want everybody to clap it up for CP Looney, please. Thank you for coming.
Appreciate it, bro.
Flexcast, don't go nowhere. We're gonna be right back with our next guest. Yo.